I was just talking to a friend who, even though he's made $1 million from social media, still feels resistance to using it. And this is because every entrepreneur I talk to has this same one limiting belief, but once they let go of it, everything changes. I'm in the middle of a huge rebrand, and even though I've built 1.8 million followers and I've had a really successful business, there's a huge resistance in me to share about business, especially on my Instagram. And I've been sharing a lot about business the last few months on YouTube, but there's something at war inside of me about identity, because I've been a holistic health creator for a while now on Insta, but behind the scenes for a long time, I've been so into business. I had a marketing agency with my partner for 3.5 years, and our business is literally coaching other founders to scale on social media. And yet I have such a huge resistance to share it on my own. So I kind of want to use this time and space right now to explore what are my limiting beliefs, and how can I reframe this to an empowering perspective? One limiting belief I uncovered the other day was, I feel like it's a fear of rejection, because I even have a lot of friends who I'm like, oh my God, I see your genius, I see where you're blocked. I was just having a conversation with one of them, and he's made over $1 million on social media, and yet is so hesitant to actually use it, and he's put it aside for a long time, and he's so hesitant to get back into doing it, and I see his huge vision and huge potential, and he's about to launch an app, and this is definitely the thing he needs to do, and he knows how to do it, and he's definitely smart enough that he would figure it out to do it himself, and yet he doesn't, right? There's always this block about founders are so smart, they can definitely do this all themselves, but it's different when you actually hire a coach or hire me who's going to be on your ass with accountability and the exact next steps to do, so you never have to think about all the next things you need to do. You just need to do them and execute them and have your team do them, and it makes it way simpler. So we were chatting, and he shared that he feels like there's a huge block around sharing things on Instagram versus YouTube. And Instagram almost feels so much more personal versus YouTube, that people don't know you, and so it can feel easier. And I realized that's what I've been doing here. I've been sharing so much more about all this business stuff on YouTube. So what's my hold up with Instagram? Well, there's this limiting belief that I can't be someone who talks about health and someone who talks about business. And that's completely ridiculous, because ultimately I am the niche, right? And that is a reframe I have to come back to and look at people like Naval, who share deep business things, but also things about philosophy and fulfillment. I can do the same, and I can be known as that person. I also have this block around selling to my friends, but I have to realize someone else is going to work with them sooner or later, and they're going to pay another coach. And that person is probably going to also get them worse results than me, who knows them deeply and cares really deeply. I know I would make them so much money and impact and bring, their genius to this new level where it's so visible, right? They're like in secret. Meanwhile, all the bad people out there have all the money, the attention, the fame. So realizing that I want to be that for them and that I could serve them better. So there's nothing to shy away from there. But, then do I want to be known as a business person or business girl? Like, I've been the girl with a huge following for a really long time and teaching about health. Do I want to be known as like a business guru? Well, I would say that belief there is actually tainted by how many just coaches there are out there and business gurus there are out there who are doing it because they see it's such a huge opportunity to make money with, but they don't genuinely care about it. And when I reflect with myself, do I genuinely care about this? Yeah, I care about it so much. It's my bread and butter. It's all I think about every single day, is seeing people seeing how genius they are and how amazing their business and their product is, and going, oh my God, everybody should have this thing, everybody should use this thing, but no one knows about you. Okay, you could do step 1, 2, and 3, set up the system, make these few key hires, figure out this about your brand, and you would be golden, and you could do this, and it's way simpler than people make it out to be, going really viral and blowing up your business on social media and becoming a category leader. But it just always seems so elusive for everyone. But if you just followed a few simple steps, it's so easy, and I always see that. And it's literally I dream about it all night long. Sometimes I get too in the thick of this where I have to start doing nighttime routines and things again because my brain won't stop running all night long. Or I'll stop doing my morning routines or having fun because I just think about this business day and night because I'm so passionate about it. And if that is true, and I am really passionate about this, and I know I get people amazing results, and I help them really sell out their product and become category leaders and become the industry leader, where then, they never have to compete on pricing again. They never have to compete with anyone again, because when people think of that thing that their product does, they go directly to them. That is a huge service. And I really deeply feel it's connected to my purpose and my mission, which is to empower all of these founders and world changers out there who should be the ones with the mic, who should be the ones with millions of followers and millions of customers, because they actually have something that's positive for the population. It's not some food product that has additives and chemicals. It's not content that is brain rot. No, these are the people like Lila Quantum, who are bringing quantum energy and wellness to the world and harmonizing the EMF waves that are causing blood clots and organ deregulation in our bodies. These are the kinds of companies that should have all of the attention and all of the customers. Ones that are healing us, that are waking us up, that are making our world more connected again. Because we're stuck in all this disconnection and sickness and buying and consuming things that only make us sicker and stuck in the cycle to where our potential is never really reached. And how do we break that? Well, we can't wait around for the governments to change these things. It's going to change by people having massive platforms online and then having a product that can go into people's lives and serve them and bring more health and vitality and awareness into their lives. And so I love doing that myself with my platform, but I can only do so much. I've already impacted, I would say, 100 million people, but I want to impact billions of people. So how am I going to do that? I'm going to pour into the other huge impactors, and that's what I'm here for. So when I feel resistance to share about business online, because what if I'm perceived wrong? What if people think I'm just a guru or think I'm doing this for the money? I have to realize, do I want to be rich or do I want to be understood? Do I want to fulfill my potential or do I want to be understood? Do I want to live my dream life or do I want to be understood? I can't have both. I need to pick one. And if being my authentic, truthful self and sharing about business and social media growth and health and marketing and marketing that wakes people up and then exposing the neuroscience and mindset shifts and persuasive techniques that are used on us all of the time by big corporations and exposing those and giving them back to the people, is that a bad thing? No. And look, if I don't do it, someone else is going to. There are all these fake coaches out there teaching people things and basically just taking their money. I've heard it so many times on sales calls I've been on where our future members are really hesitant to work with us because they've been burned in the past. They've paid for programs that didn't get them results. And I know And I know deep in my heart, because it's who I am and because I've gotten the results continuously for myself and for our members, that anyone I work with, I will blow up their business. They will become insanely successful and insanely well known and recognized, and no longer live in obscurity and be begging for sales and wondering where their next revenue quantum leap is going to come from, because their brand is just going to be compounding. They're going to have so much attention and interest from social media, and it's going to be converting into sales continuously. And so they get to just focus and stay in their zone of genius and live a life of freedom and live a life they love. Meanwhile, freeing and awakening and bringing more health and vitality and great lives to every customer they serve. What is the ripple effect of me showing up and teaching these things? Especially to founders. I teach one thing to one founder, and that could impact 100,000 of their customers. Or 1 million people that they create content for, and then that gets views from just one message of mine. So how am I going to serve people better? Playing small and just staying in the health and wellness niche? Or also giving my true gifts of everything I've learned in business over the last 5 years, and everything I've learned from posting 1,000 times and growing 1.8 million followers. It's okay if some people want to comment and leave hate comments thinking I'm maybe a social media business guru, or that I don't know what I'm talking about, or what are my qualifications. And I feel like there's a fear sometimes too that, people are going to feel like I'm trying to sell them hard. But the truth is, I'm just serving, and if I'm educating and building value, I've earned that attention. I've earned their attention. I'm not stealing any attention. I'm not shoving anything in their face. They can scroll, but they're choosing to watch. So I've earned that attention to share my gifts. And what, should I go work at Walmart or something? Like, do I need to just create, content forever? Like, I've been nervous before a sales call before, or sales DMs, or to pitch someone, and my partner's been like, do you want to just create UGC and brand deal content forever? Which, don't get me wrong, I love it. I love it so much, but I really only like working with a couple brands that I 100% stand behind the founder, the team, how they do their business, how they run their business, what their product is, what the impact is they're having, are our values aligned. And I only want to work with about 3 or 4 of them ever, and at a time. So how far is that going to take me in life? It's going to do okay. It's gotten me living in a mansion